Welcome to this episode of Evolve with acclaimed author and visionary teacher, Kalani.
There are few things that will help move us towards happiness, contentment, peacefulness, you might say enlightenment, than addressing our own anger. And everybody has anger. So the point I want to make here, and the recommendation I'm going to make, is that things that happen in life events, and many people have talked about this, things that happen don't make you angry. Things that happen, such as having an unmet expectation or having some sort of perceived damage to yourself or your reputation, or an unexpected life situation, undesirable. Those things, when those things happen, they don't give you anger. They just trigger the anger you already have. And I'm sure everybody can think either about themselves or somebody they know, and think about this for a second. People that are at, let's say, an anger level of 7, in other words, they have a lot of anger. They have a base anger level of 7. It only takes, let's say, an event that's a 3 to put them at 10. And let's just say 10 is an eruption, is an outburst. So if 10 is an outburst, if they're at a base level 7, if they're kind of angry, it's not going to take much to send them over the edge, right? For them to get to that boiling point. Conversely, if somebody is at a 2, and they've dealt with their anger, and they've done the work it takes, and I'll talk about that in a second, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take an 8 to get them to the boiling point. So it's just a simple way to think about it. But the point is, somebody who's a 7 or 8 at an anger level is going to get angry a lot. And the mistake they make, and this is how they are not evolving, is that they start to blame everything outside of themselves for that outburst. And they'll say, you made me angry, or they make me angry, or this thing makes me so angry. And that's a critical error. If they change that statement, that self-talk, to, I'm angry, and this thing showed me how angry I am, and they take responsibility for the anger that's been left unaddressed, then they can start to address it. And there's lots of ways that we can all address our anger. First, we have to look for it, and we have to admit that we have it. And even though we might think of ourselves as a great person, and we might behave wonderfully, that's not the point. We all have some things that may be causing us some anger, or just some residual anger. I'm a big fan of the arts. I believe that we can identify and address anger through the arts. Some people enjoy sports or other practices like yoga or working out. Some people like to talk about it. There's lots of ways to address your anger. The important thing is that you do it. And you try to get your residual, let's call our base or residual anger level, down to hopefully 0. Somebody with 0 anger, we would call enlightened, among other things. And it's not that we never lose the potential to reach the boiling point. It's just that it takes a lot more to get there. And that is one way that we evolve, and it's one way that we achieve greater spiritual health. The purpose of these talks is to increase spiritual well-being and health for everyone. So be sure to share these with people that you care about. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything, leave your kind and helpful comments below, and if you like this content, you'll love the Evolve podcast, available at kalanidas.com.